Hello, I'm Ken Vonderhaar with Anheuser-Busch Budweiser. Been with the company for 34 years, and today we're hosting PMMI here in our tour center to talk about packaging operations and talk a little bit about beer.
There's a trend for OEMs to offer more services. I'm curious to know if you allow your machine builders to remotely manage your equipment.
It's always a challenge with our IT team to remote into anything in the brewery, and that's just because of the risk. I think the trend is that we have to figure out how to do that. At the end of the day, yes, we want to do that. We need to figure out how to do that safely and try to do it in a manner that doesn't put our operations at risk there. But we do that on some of our equipment, but it's very limited, and it's equipment that it's not accessible to the whole network. So we will have to figure out how to do that more with the packaging machinery providers.
And when do you bring OEMs into the conversation when planning new projects around sustainability or other innovations?
So there's two efforts that we're trying to do with regards to energy efficiency and sustainability. One is to make the current operation more sustainable, more energy efficient. And we absolutely need our equipment suppliers to come in and help us figure out how to minimize compressed air usage, reduce gas usage, reduce electricity usage. And so that is the first step. But on the new projects, to your point, we are approaching our new projects with earlier involvement with the suppliers and more of a partnering mindset than we have in the past. In the past, it was really a lump sum competitive bid type of operation, and we still will do some of that, but in some of the more complex jobs we will start choosing partners to deal with and then start figuring out what those machines look like to maximize flexibility, minimize complexity, have the training documentation in place, and again make the machine as simple as possible.
Supplier relations are important, but there's an ongoing contentious trend toward longer and longer payment terms. Ken, how do you manage supplier relations in that environment?
Well, we have certain targets around weighted average payment terms that are set by our board of directors. And we understand that long payment terms are not popular with our suppliers. And really, quite honestly, we're not trying to make things tough for our suppliers. We recognize that that is a burden there. But what we will try to do is work with the suppliers to try to perhaps change our progress payments to try to get money earlier into the process, or generally speaking, try to partner with them a little bit more to work with better overall terms and conditions, maybe not necessarily the payment terms, but say liability terms and that type of thing, that we can work with them to make it an easier contract for them to sign.
You cited 40% of your workforce could retire at any time. What are you asking of your OEM partners in terms of how accessible they make their machines in light of a tight labor market?
So essentially we're asking for simplicity. We would like all the complexity to be under the hood, and we would like an operator interface that's very simple, that's easy to understand, and that our younger employees are able to interface with some type of video screens and that type of thing, as well as setup procedures that would be built into the operator screen. And the same thing goes for training our operators to do that also. So this is Ken Vonderhaar with Anheuser-Busch Budweiser. We appreciate PMMI coming to St. Louis here and being a part of our tour and enjoying our facilities, and thank you guys for coming.